In our last video, we explored the significant challenges facing West Virginia, including poverty, substance use disorders, and the high percentages of children in foster care. We heard from community members and leaders about the profound impact these issues have on families, particularly highlighting the lack of support and resources for fathers. Now, we shift our focus to the work being done to address these challenges. In this video, we will explore the various service models implemented within West Virginia's TANF programs. Join us as we delve into the staffing, training, and recruitment practices that underpin these efforts, as well as the continuous quality improvement measures that ensure these programs are effective and sustainable. Together, we will see how West Virginia's family support centers are working to support and uplift communities with a renewed focus on empowering fathers and strengthening family bonds.
I work at the Family Support Center there on the western end of the county. And at the center, we have pantries. And our pantries include food, clothing, hygiene, baby, and we even include pet supplies because we noticed a lot of the people coming to our center would feed their animals before they take care of themselves.
We don't necessarily have a specific target population other than maybe Medicaid recipients and really just folks that need a hand up. We work together to get, our job is twofold really. It's to make sure our communities know what the resources are, and second is to find what resources are needed so that we can get community partners working together for that.
Our number one service is pantry food. I mean, it's the number one thing we do. We also have a baby pantry, which has baby food and formula and diapers and wipes. And that's one of the other programs that we go through a lot of items for. We also provide personal care and cleaning supplies. The people that they've decided to let do these centers usually come from the area. I think it makes a difference. I know I've grew up here. I know you, and I can come at it, and I've been there, I've done that. I've had to have food stamps when my children were little, and I remember not wanting to buy food in our county because I did not want anybody to know that we needed assistance. And we still have that barrier.
I think that that's one of the things that family support centers do really well is that, they are looking for those opportunities of, there aren't transportation services in outside of Huntington. Like there's no bus route. Like that's not an option. I can't just buy somebody a bus pass to send them back and forth to a medical appointment.
One of our biggest challenge that we run across constantly is transportation. If that is kind of the challenge. I mean, there's a million challenges, but transportation is a big challenge because, we offer a food pantry, we offer a baby pantry, we offer play groups, we offer a pre-K program, we offer a respite program, but we don't offer transportation. So people, it's all free, it's all very available, but you have to get there.
So the West Virginia survey does a few different things. So we collect some demographic information because TANF and CBCAP and McVie and all the Children's Trust Fund, they all have their data wants and needs of who they want to serve. And so we need a little bit of information about who is actually being served. We also collect information on protective factors, which I think are really important. As the state moves to try to really embody those in a strengths-based approach, they want to see if engagement in their programs actually strengthens those core protective factors to benefit families in the long run.
So we provide in-home family education to families with children prenatally all the way up to kindergarten entry. It can be any family, any demographic, any income range, any walk of life, whether that's they're experiencing substance use disorder, they're in kinship or foster care, grandparents raising their grandchildren. We use the Parents as Teachers national curriculum to deliver those services, and we focus on parent-child interaction by bringing in developmental activities to work with families and their children.
So I am funded by TANF, by the West Virginia Works Project, and I can advise and assist with any type of civil legal issue.
How did the relationship form between Legal Aid of West Virginia and the TANF program? This partnership, this grant, the federal monies and the state government that funds the West Virginia Works TANF legal side through Legal Aid of West Virginia, it is, I think, a 20-year grant of our organization where we are there assisting individuals and families.
A lot of people, when I first took this job, said, oh, it can be kind of boring because you're doing custody and child support for moms. That's not the face of the TANF program anymore. TANF today, or West Virginia Works today, is a lot of grandparents, a lot of aunts and uncles, grandfathers, fathers. So I think when people think of TANF and people think of West Virginia Works, they think of a 19-year-old mom raising 3 kids who needs state assistance. Those are absolutely my clients. I absolutely love them. I absolutely adore them. But that's not the face of the program anymore.
We are a family support center, so we provide services of all kinds to anyone who comes to the door. We try to welcome the dads as easily as we welcome anyone else. We have done some specific program training on being more welcoming to fathers. We have kind of changed up our pictures on the wall, changed our language that we're using to make sure that dads are being fully included and not just, well, where's mom? We'll talk to her. We have tried for several years to do a fatherhood-based program, and the time was never right. It just didn't work out. When we received the increase in funding last year, it was like, hallelujah, we now have money to hire a man to do programming. And we went through 4 or 5 people that we interviewed until the person showed up that was the right one. To me, it was important to have a man before we had a woman trying to do it. You can't do that. We don't know how men react to things. We can guess by what we see, but we needed a man who could be there and support them in that role.
So in the past, before I've been a supervisor for about 5 years. I've worked at starting points for about 17, so I've been here for a while. We have gone up and down with fathers groups. I feel like the right man, the right person, I shouldn't say man, but I feel like in a way, my gut tells me a man would run it best for other men. I could be wrong. I feel like I'm just looking for the right guy.
We are in a partnership. Number one, in-home family education is open to everyone. So we have had fathers enrolled, single dads, and we invite fathers to be present in every kind of home visit. But we are in a partnership with the Brooke County Family Support Center, who runs a program called Daditude that specifically is a support group for fathers.
I think in the last few years, diversity, equity, inclusion has become a big buzzword. But when you think about including fathers, when you think about including people who aren't traditionally at the table, like, you have to think about what those things mean. Fatherhood and gender kind of have those parallels with other demographics, right? So no one wants to be the first person at the table, because then you're by yourself and you're not with other people that are like you. But until you invite those other people, until you get the momentum and you find the folks that will champion that cause to get them to the table, then there is no diversity, and whatever that looks like for your community. So you need to find those opportunities to get people in the door and get them vested, and then become champions to create the momentum to build that.
In this video, we've explored the dedicated efforts taking place within West Virginia's family support centers. These centers serve as vital community hubs, offering various services designed to support families in their daily lives. The commitment to fostering a supportive environment for all families, including a renewed focus on empowering fathers, stands out as a cornerstone of the work being done. As we conclude our discussion on the work, we now look ahead to our next video, the expectations. In this upcoming segment, we will emphasize the interest and openness to change within the social service system. We'll reflect on the views from leadership, staff, and family members about future improvements and expectations. Join us as we explore how West Virginia is striving for a brighter future, driven by a collective commitment to enhance the well-being of all its families.